So, about 15 minutes after I submitted my comment with 8 seed suggestions for the 1.18 seed picker, my computer decided to crash. Naturally, this closed the browser, logging me out of the feedback website. When I finally logged back in, the post was gone. It didn't show up on the thread, not even as pending approval, and it wasn't in my activity either. After reading the FAQ on the feedback site, it would seem that my comment was rejected. I'm not sure why. I made sure it was under 1500 characters, and that none of the seed numbers I had were previously posted. I saw some recommendations to post the comment again, but I don't know if that might get me banned. So I decided I would just make a video with these seeds instead. I was thinking of making a video anyway, and since my comment was rejected, this might be the only way these seeds get any kind of attention. All of the seed numbers can be found in the description with the timestamps. This first seed is a snowy village spawn. Just make sure to watch out for the open lava pit on your right. There appears to be a lot of frozen ocean on 2 sides of the village, and under the ice, you can find a nearby shipwreck, and a relatively nearby ocean monument. Speaking of ice, since this village generated so close to the frozen ocean, this cow pen ended up inside of an iceberg. I guess that's one way to get ice cream. In this same iceberg, this building generated with its doorway inside the ice. Speaking of structures, a Pillager outpost is relatively nearby, and if you dig straight down at 400-288, you'll find a mine shaft. Finally, if you head in this direction, you will find a massive hole in the ground, which leads down into a lush cave. For this second seed, you do need to travel away from spawn towards X-266 and Z55. There you will see a desert village which is partially in a Badlands biome. A desert temple is also right next to the village, and the chests actually generate in this one. And if you keep going in this same direction, you'll arrive at a second desert village. So if you really want 2 desert villages near spawn, along with the loot from the desert temple, this could be the seed for you. I've already made one video about this third seed, so I'll include a link to that video in the description and on the end screen. Again, I think the island near spawn is what makes this seed really special. It reminds me of the previous seed picker Survival Island seed, which I really enjoyed. Incidentally, I had started that world with the bonus chest, and that chest had some acacia saplings. While I wouldn't list orange as my favorite color, it did grow on me as I built up my island. And while I used birch with acacia for the buildings on my old island, I think oak could also work well on this new seed. So maybe it's just nostalgia, but I would like to play in this world after 1.18 is fully released. This fourth seed spawns you on top of a Mesa Plateau. In all 4 directions, you will find some form of badlands for at least 300 blocks from spawn. There does appear to be a normal desert to the southeast, but that's all I could see with the 12 chunks of render distance on my phone. In order to get wood for crafting, you can either travel south to find a wooded badlands, or you could travel to about 361-185 and grab some planks from this Pillager outpost. There isn't much else in the way of nearby structures. A mine shaft should be at 128-208, but the only thing I could find in that area is a hole near the surface, which can be revealed by breaking this dead bush near 136-216. So if you're looking for a challenging environment with few resources, this seed might be the one for you. If nothing else, it gives you an excuse to build everything out of terracotta. Admittedly, this 5th seed with a bamboo forest spawn wasn't my favorite when I posted this comment, but I forgot to check underneath spawn. I discovered that when I dug down to about Y30, I fell into what appeared to be a small lush cave. It seemed to generate in small patches, which was disappointing and confusing. However, I then realized that digging down just a bit further led to the real lush cave, and I counted at least 2 geodes connected to the lush cave in case that's a factor for you. As far as structures go, there is a nearby jungle temple, as well as a nearby mine shaft, though you do have to dig down to about Y-23 to get to it. For this next seed, make a 90-degree clockwise turn, and you'll see some very interesting mountain peaks very close to spawn. However, I do need to apologize, because when I made my post and gave the coordinates of some of the peaks, I forgot that I needed to subtract 1 from the Y value, since I was standing on top of the block. So while this peak maybe isn't the tallest a mountain can generate in 1.18, it is pretty close. I really hope this error isn't the reason my comment was rejected. Anyway, there's a nice little valley valley in between this ring of mountains, which could be a good spot for a base. And if you're willing to travel a few hundred blocks away, there's also some frozen peaks nearby as well. So if you're looking for a seed that spawns you close to almost the tallest mountains 1.18 can provide, this may be the seed for you. As for structures, I couldn't find the mine shaft that was supposed to be at -432, -16, but there is a shipwreck which is visible from spawn, and it generates with all 3 chests. I can't remember the last time I saw a shipwreck that had all 3. There's also a nearby ocean monument. For this 7th seed, the surrounding terrain doesn't look that exciting unless you really love roofed forests. But if you dig down to Y16 and go towards Z-14, you will enter a lush cave. Back on the surface, if you go towards -50, -100, you will see this lush cave which has sky access, and that might be a good location for a base. There's also an old-growth birch forest next to this cave opening, in case you really love birch wood. Similar to the previous seed, this last seed starts in a roofed forest, and if you dig straight down past this aquifer, you eventually reach a lush cave. Also similar to the previous seed, there is an old-growth birch forest as well, but if you travel in the opposite direction, you will find a bamboo forest. So you can get some bamboo and jungle trees as well. Again, I'm not entirely sure why this comment was rejected, since I said it was tested in the Bedrock beta, and it had a snowy village seed, a seed with 2 desert villages near spawn, a seed with a survival island near spawn, a Mesa Plateau seed, a bamboo forest seed, a seed with a mountain that almost peaked at the limit for mountain generation near spawn, and 2 additional seeds with lush caves under spawn. Personally, my favorites from this list were seeds 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have been thinking of starting a One Life Peaceful series, so if there's a particular Bedrock 1.18 seed you want me to use, please say so in the comments below. For all I know, maybe it was just a computer glitch that made my comment disappear. I'm pretty sure that if my comment said it was pending approval, that my laptop deciding to crash wouldn't be an issue. But who knows? Sometimes it does feel like technology hates me specifically, and as someone whose day job is in IT, sometimes the feeling is mutual. Regardless, 1.18 is being released in a few days on the 30th, so that's something to look forward to. Until next time, take care.